Hi, my name is Alex, and welcome to Journeys Through Time, my experience of being in business, the challenges and the solutions I found along the way. And if this is the first time you've come across me, welcome. And please do like and subscribe and watch the journey so far. And if you're returning, welcome back. This is episode 27. In the last episode, I was talking about not only the importance of having a marketing framework to as a methodology to connect and invite people into your world, there were various parts to it. And in this episode, I'm going to be talking about the power of search and connection. And this is particularly relevant on the platform that I use, LinkedIn. Now, the thing about search is that there's more than one way to search for potential clients. And like I said last time, the first thing that you need before you start searching is that you need to identify your ideal audience. So not a splutter gun effect, but being sure of who you regard as your ideal client. And you need this if you wish to find them and to search for them too. So it may be tempting if you're not sure where to look, is to find some kind of automation tool, and there are plenty of them out there, and you just feed them what you want, and you hope that they produce the answers that you're looking for. But I really recommend people do this searching manually, and I regard it as important because there are a few ways. There are many ways, but there are a couple of ways within the LinkedIn environment which are different. They don't necessarily give you different results, but they are they're different in terms of how you do it and how it refines the journey. So in the basic LinkedIn product, it contains what's known as a search and filter system. So firstly, you have two areas. So you have a general search area, and then once you begin a general search, you can start adding filters. So you don't want to be vague because, and you need to practice at this. But the reason vague is not recommended is because, there are now over 1 billion LinkedIn users. So, like to say again, you need to be thinking about your ideal clients. Yeah, who do you wish to speak to? Now, once you get into, and I will probably have yet another in-depth discussion on this, but basically in the basic LinkedIn profile, once you have a search criteria, basically, rather than having to remember it again and again, because if you only have a few, then yes, of course, you would remember how you search for them. But once you get into it, deeper into the weeds, to jump down the rabbit hole, whatever your description of it is, what you can do is you can save the URL in the top of the screen and save it to a note file or a Word document. And what's good about it is that it basically saves all the criteria of your search. So all you have to do is to copy and paste it back when you're ready to make that particular search again. And what's really nice about it is that you can also share that URL with other LinkedIn users. Now, with other LinkedIn users, of course, depending on what kind of search you're doing, they are bound to get a different result. It will be in the same line as you, but they'll get a different result because we're all in a different place on the LinkedIn journey. So that's one kind of searching. If you're willing to invest, because you can use LinkedIn for free. So if you go premium or any of the sales navigator options, you can use a more advanced search. And basically, the first thing you can do is you can search for more people at a time. There's also a distinction between what are known as leads and accounts. So leads are prospects, obviously, and accounts, though, are to do with companies. So you can search for individuals and for companies. And in each case, you can save your searches. Now, unlike the URL searches, these save searches are dynamic. So basically, you get notified when the lists are changing. And I think that's really useful because not only have they been saved, but as your account evolves, because that's essentially what's happening as you do the searching and then you're putting out connection requests, as your network grows, rather than having to go to the trouble of redoing searches, the dynamic element of it simply retains that search, which is being checked in the background. When you go back into LinkedIn Sales Navigator, it will inform you of the number of changes since your last visit. And that's really, incredibly useful. Now, one of the reasons I've started using this particular search is that I found that if you build into searches only people or companies that are active on the LinkedIn platform, because not everybody is, people have different reasons for having accounts on LinkedIn. So if you're looking for the most active and therefore the most likely to see any posts from you or any invitations to connect or to meetings, well, your response rate is inevitably going to be better because more of your stuff is being seen. Now, I'm not suggesting that at this stage that I'm an expert in this more advanced search, because I've only recently got into this new kind of searching in the last month or two. So I'm still learning, which is good. Learning is good because there's always something new to learn. And in both cases, one of your friends in the search game is called recording your numbers. It's being interested in what's fancifully called metrics. But really, it's in its most simplified form is you just open an Excel spreadsheet and you have various columns recording how many people you put in requests to for either connections or meetings. And it's very good to track your numbers for those two reasons and a range of reasons. And you can build up data so you can tell what's working and what doesn't working, and that's what numbers can do. Now, another nice feature, which you don't necessarily use regularly within the LinkedIn environment, but what you can do is you can recycle your connection requests, because if you leave them alone, they just sit there and they don't do anything. So I found that generally speaking, when you put in connection requests, usually around half will connect with you. So that leaves the other half, right? What do you do with the 50% that don't? Well, you can withdraw those requests, and after a 3-week period, you can try again. So, one shouldn't give up on anybody, right? Just because people missed or decided to take no action doesn't mean that will always be the case. Just like in connections and in inviting, people are either not seeing it or they're not ready. There are so many reasons why people don't see information. But because LinkedIn has been proved to be a good connecting platform, I personally feel that 50% is a good connection rate. So why did I recommend that you know how to do this manually? Well, I think before you automate anything, you ought to know about the behavior, about the behavior of the product you're using. I just happen to be using LinkedIn, and I have looked at various automation products. And I don't think it's just me. I think if you don't know what a product's doing, how do you know if the results are working for you? I think it's important to understand some of these processes, so that when you do decide that automation is a good time to automate a few things, you have a good understanding of what's happening in the back office. Alrighty, so I think that's enough on searching. We'll catch you next time.